All right, let's run it up, family. I hope you're having an amazing night. Let me know in the chat how you guys feeling for everyone out there on the East Coast, everyone over here too on the West Coast. I'm actually over here in Vegas. I actually been traveling the last few days with some of the leaders here within VIP and the Iconic family. Yeah, we are actually at the airport right now, family. So you might hear speakers like that actually letting people know about flights. But we needed to show up, and that's what we're doing here on this call tonight, family. We're running this call with my brother Matthew, and we're gonna give you the game plan for the week. That way you know what to plug into, the calls in the morning, the calls in the afternoon, and you guys are set up for success. Let's make this call family as well interactive. Let's make sure we are active in the chat. You guys are maybe dropping your questions. If I can get to your questions, I will get to your questions. If not, I'm sure that at the end we can have like a minute. But with that being said, family, I just want to share real quick with you guys my testimony, my story, so you guys understand who I am. If you don't know me, my name is Felix Camarillo. I've been in this industry, learning how to trade, learning how to put my money to work for me, investing, and just in general, how to become a person of value, family, right? Because at the end of the day, in my opinion, the best thing about this business, about this community, VIP and Iconic, that we can become a person of value and that we can learn skill sets that can get us paid. Put me in the chat, family, if you guys agree with that. Would you like to become a person of value? Would you like to get paid for skill sets that you know? Like me, family, real quick to tell you a little bit about, like I said, my story. The last 5 years, I've been able to develop skill sets like trading, right? Content creation, monetization of my content, right? With UGC, brand deals, ambassadorships. I've been able to like also do affiliate marketing, right? Build this business that we build on a daily basis here within VIP Lifestyle and changing people's lives, sharing with them what it is that they can learn with us. That way they can better their lifestyle, they can better like their futures, and they can actually create an impact for the lifestyle, right? Because if something that I need to tell you tonight, family, is that at the end of the day, it does not matter where you are, your family, your background, anything like that. You can be and have everything that you can think about, right? Because if you can see it in your mind, you can see it in reality as well. You can create it, you can have it in your hands. And for me, family, a few years ago, traveling, right? Like I say at the beginning of the call, I'm right now in Vegas with some of the leaders here that are actually gonna give you their testimonies too, because I believe that this is something that everyone can do, but that you just gotta believe that you can do it. But with that being said, family, let's go real quick on the schedule. Yeah, I think I told you everything about myself. I mean, I'm currently living in New York City. I was born and raised in Mexico. Because of this opportunity, I was able to change my lifestyle, my mindset from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset, right? Being able to, like I say, just learn, become a person of value, and also being coachable and teachable, because that's something super important. And with that being said, family, if you want to become like a person that can do this that we're doing, right? Everyone, the leaders, the people that is building testimonies on a daily basis, seeing results with trading, right? It's not just about one thing in a specific, but about everything that you can actually pick from the options that we have, so you can, like I say, have more money, do more of the things that you love, spend, get back to your time freedom, your financial freedom, right? Your location freedom, because that's something that as well for me was big, family. So with that being said, I want you all to drop in the chat if this week you commit, family. But with that being said, I want to bring up a few testimonies that I actually have here with me at the airport. We about to go somewhere that we can eat, and later on we have our flights. But the reality, family, is that I have my brother Ace, and then we have Arme, and then Steph here in Vegas with me. And this is people that I've been working with for a few years now, right? This is people that I've grown alongside of them, that I've seen, their growth as well, on a personal level or as entrepreneurs, right? People that, like you all know, we are learning on a daily basis. They are actually, my brother Ace running the training course. Steph is running the trading course as well in the morning. We have, people like Arme that actually has been able to like go out there and build a community as well, and see results as an entrepreneur. So I asked them if they could get on this call real quick and give a testimony, because this is people that I'm grateful for, and that I'm actually, excited for every single one of you guys to hear from, because they have been putting in the work. There are people that I look up to. There is people that I know that by the simple fact that I'm surrounded by them, family, I'm gonna become more, right? I'm gonna have my mind span, my mindset, my lifestyle, everything, because this is people that's in constant growth. So that's something super important to know, family. And they have a few testimonies of how being over here in Vegas, right? they have been able to also keep making money or getting paid without actually working. Because the whole thing about this call about what we do family, like I say, is for you to become a person of value, to get back your time freedom, your location freedom, your financial freedom, right? So the first person I'm gonna actually ask here to talk is gonna be my brother Ace, so he can give you guys real quick his testimony for the next like 2 to 3 minutes, and then that way we can continue with our next two testimonies as well.
Yeah. Are we live? You guys hear me?
Yes,
Are we good with
sir.
it?
Loud and clear. I hear you.
Fuego, no, yeah. But honestly, and I'm in the airport, so you guys might hear a little bit of voice from you guys, but really like within this trip, I was like a training testimony as well too. Being able to be like on like a vacation, like also like for a birthday as well too, but to the point to where you're able to make money like at the airport while you're on rides, while you're like at the beach and stuff like that as well too. It's definitely a blessing. So for trading side, I made it was like Thursday. I only traded Thursday and Friday. I think I made like 40% of my account in a bonus, which is actually pretty well in 2 days. And then even like for that too, I know you guys are also like in the trading community with VIP and also Iconic. So being like an online income, right, from helping people learn to make more money, how to trade and invest. Like for example, everyone in this call would probably talk to their friends and family. So to get paid also like another almost $400 just on that Friday by Iconic, paid for the flight, basically, paid for the hotel, and it's to a point to where nothing even came out of pocket. So honestly, this is definitely a blessing, bro. So thank you, man.
Let's go. I mean, bro, that's something that obviously, I think that you are doing often because we see it, right? We see you in the chats dropping the results, dropping Forex funded. Yes, sir. We see you dropping, obviously trading, right? Helping us make money. And it's something that you have been able to do for yourself, learn a skill set that nobody's going to ever take away from you. And I think that's the most important part as well about a skill set like trading and investing. That is something that, you are the one that is in control of how much you can make, of how, if you lose, if you win, because at the end of the day, it goes back to you trading and to following your trading plan and your risk management and everything that is involved when it comes to trading. But with that being said, family, yeah, so let's give it in the chat. I know you all being already in the chat, which I appreciate. For my brother Ace, yeah, something that it was super important that he will share with you guys because this can be every single one of us family traveling and trading and making money. And it's something that I love for him. But with that being said, Armay, let me know if you are able to mute yourself. And I'm also gonna pass it over to you because yeah, this is somebody that I met for the first time back in January 2024 when we had our first VIP lock-in. It was actually first launch that we have for the brand, for the team, for the community. And she was there, and just to see the amount of growth that she's been able to have the last few years that I've known her is something that I definitely want her to be able to share. So with that being said, sis, I'm gonna get off your way and I'm also gonna pass it over to you. Take it over.
Yo, yo, yo. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me okay? It's okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how long we've known each other, Felix. That's so crazy. But I would definitely say being here in Vegas has taught me a lot. In general, being able to just pretty much spend the money that's not mine. Like it's being able to have that residual income just coming in. And for example, like even though I didn't get paid at work, I still got paid here. I still got paid for Iconic from the platform itself. And it's just crazy that I'm able to enjoy and have a great time. And with that being said, I'm able to take my mom, in the Philippines this next couple months. So it's definitely one of the biggest things. And if you are someone who loves to travel, it's definitely an amazing experience being able to just spend money that's not yours.
No, let's go. That's facts. I mean, I just put it in the chat, but I didn't know that. That's actually fire that that you're going to take your mom and that you it's something that you are able to do, right? Because at the end of the day, is something that helps us and that if you have as a goal family, that's something that tells a lot about a person, about yourself. Because for me, I've always told my family and my close ones, my mom, my sis, right? Like everything that I do is for myself, but also for the ones I love because that's what I want, right? When I say financial freedom, time freedom, all that, it's not just gonna be for me at some point, and that's something that's consistently motivating me. So, thank you for sharing that, Armey, and that's something that I'm glad that you're able to do, and I'm sure that you're gonna be able to do it many times in the future. For your family, for your loved ones, and yeah, let's keep working. Appreciate you, sis. But with that being said, now, family, the last person that I'm gonna pass it over to, this is gonna be somebody that as well, I personally look up to, admire, and it's somebody that I've personally been able to know a lot more lately, and that I'm grateful for, and that I've seen as well her grow when it comes to this business, and everything that she's putting her mind to, right? The goals that she has. I met her as well a step back in 2024 in January, the same time I met you, literally, and actually Ace as well. And I see back at when we met, and the person that they were, and the person that I was, and I've seen the constant growth. And with that being said, I know that she also has a great testimony to give out.
I think, can you guys hear me all good?
You're good. Yes. Loud and clear.
Okay, okay. Honestly, sorry, my AirPods, I don't know where the other one went, so we have one, but this whole like the business and everything has really impacted me a lot, especially through traveling. I'm actually coming back to Washington, but I leave tomorrow to Cali for some family stuff. And honestly, I feel like none of this would have been possible if it wasn't for this. Now I'm able to visit my family, attend events, make amazing memories with amazing people. And that extra source of income really just gave me that flexibility, that less stress, and just gave me the time to enjoy these moments. And honestly, I would say it's definitely something to do with the heart. Like, do it not just for the money, but also like because you care about people, because you care about people growing and everything. Like, we all here were traveling and we were still taking calls for whoever needed help. We were still like, hey, like we gotta pause right now. Ace has a call, or we gotta pause right now. We gotta answer some group chats and stuff. So for sure, like this is more than just the weekly residual, and it's more from we all enjoy it and love it, and I'm so happy and excited for everybody.
Let's go. No
Then
facts. I mean, guys, when I tell you that it's hard sometimes, to when you are away, when you are not like maybe home, right, or like on your regular day to day, it's hard to keep up with things. But yeah, that's something that, as Steph mentioned as well, we did, and it's something that we are able to keep each other accountable as well. And it's a lifestyle, really, family. Trading, whether you're investing too, you're building the business, whether you are making, focusing on the residual income part, building your community, whether you are focusing on growing your accounts, right? Um, Becoming like doing some of the things you wanted to do. Like for me, I've always wanted to get paid also for my content, right? So when I started doing UGC, when I started doing like ambassador videos, or like brand deals and stuff like that, is something that I was, happy when I did it. And I know that, like I say, every single one of you here can do it. And we can also help more people do it as well, and benefit from just being of impact as well, right? Sharing this with people and helping them as well know that there is more out there than just, a regular 9 to 5. I'm not saying I'm not here to bash on a regular 9 to 5 or like anything like that, family, but imagine just you for a second, traveling the world, doing what it is that you want to do, right? And also being able to make an income, right? But with that being said, family, shout out to everyone that gave testimony. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And we're gonna go over real quick or over the train nights that we have all over the place. This is something that I'm pretty happy about, to be honest. I'm pumped about. I'm proud of everyone that is putting the word, that is stepping up, right? Not just saying, okay, I know a skill set like this. I'm not gonna share it with people. I'm not gonna like put in, train nights together in my city. We have people that is in the team that you can connect with, or that you can get together with. So we have many trade nights going on, like you guys know already, in Washington, in Renton, right? We have in Florida as well. We have in California with my brothers out there as well. We have in New York City with myself, and you have also other parts of Washington, which is Arizona as well, for what I see here. Yeah, we have over there as well a good amount of people, and I'm glad that everyone is, like I said, stepping up. We have Federal Way, which is as well in Washington, and then we have this is Washington as well. I can barely see the yellow. Okay, so But yeah, you guys can see it there. Or zooming. And then we have also in the Bay Area as well. So yeah, family, I mean, there is a good amount of places where we're having these train nights, and I'm sure it's just the start, family. Drop it in the chat if you know that it's just the start. Let's be real, family, right? Drop it in the chat if you know that maybe you want to step up and maybe you want to maybe at some point start running some train nights in your city. Event stands for Eliminate Negative Thoughts and Elevate Vision. And your vision, family, when you are at this event, I'm telling you, family, is going to be expanded, right? Because you're going to have, like I said, proximity, right? You're going to have the tools, you're going to have the knowledge that you need to know, that you need to take, right? And take massive action for you to get to the levels that you want to be in life with this business and trading and everything that you want to do. So family, I'm going to see you out there in September for sure. The 5th and the 6th of this year. And yeah, family, I mean, we're going to be all out there learning. I'm going to pass it over to my brother Matthew. This is somebody that I want you all, like I said earlier, be intentional with the time that he's being able to provide for us right now, family, because this is somebody that you want to take notes from. This is somebody that you want to actually learn from, because the results that I've been able to do to get, family, the last few years, I've never, I'm just saying this so you guys understand. In the last 6 years that I've been in this space, the last 3 years, 3 years and a half, I've been working with Brother Matthew. I've seen the most growth I ever had in my career the last few years when it comes to affiliate marketing, when it comes to, just being able to become a person of value. So I know that he's gonna actually provide massive, massive value. He's gonna go over a training for us here for this Sunday night, so we can wrap it up and we can go, prepare for the week for Monday, and we can all be set up with the right mindset, right, with the right expectations for the week, so that we can all have a successful week. All right, family. But with that being said, yeah, Matthew, somebody that has impacted thousands and hundreds of people's lives, that has been to over 30 different countries, sharing this opportunity, impacting lives. Yeah, this is somebody that you definitely want to take notes. With that being said, bro, take it over. I mean, I appreciate you, bro. I'm really happy that we get to do this call, and let's get it, bro. I appreciate you.
Yo, what's going on? Felix, can you hear me? Am I good? Amazing.
Yes, sir.
What's happening, guys? Felix, can you pin my video, please? Drop a 777 in the chat for Felix, Arme, Steph, Ace, and everybody that spoke earlier. Shared a ton of value. Every time I hop on these vision calls, I feel very, very inspired to go out there, because we have literally new success stories happening every single week. And that's my favorite part, is hearing people come in, and whether they've been doing this for a long time, whether they're brand new, just leveling up and seeing the results that they want. So appreciate you guys. For these Sunday vision calls, as you guys know, we go over the schedule so you guys know when to plug in. We highlight some success stories to see what's been working for other people. And then the last part is a quick mindset training. 80% of success is the psychology of success, right? It's not the actual technical skills. It's not the how-tos. Because if you've been here for weeks or months or years, you already know what to do. A large part of it is just the actual mindset. And so I'm going to share my screen. If y'all are ready, drop the word ready, and we're going to jump into the training, okay? All right, let's get it. So today, guys, I want to talk about freedom. I love sports. I don't watch sports too much, except, the World Cup is on, so I've been watching that in the background, which is really cool. Also, I really love UFC. Once a month, there's like a really big fight. And right now, it's actually crazy. If you guys don't know, right now, as we speak, they're doing a fight at the White House. It's like the craziest event that I've ever seen, like for sports. But it's called UFC 250, and it's called Freedom. And it kind of inspired me today to just talk about, I'm going to write this down for you guys. I want to talk about complete freedom. When I think of complete freedom, I think of financial freedom, being able to go out there and having unlimited income potential, I think about time freedom, being able to do what you want, when you want, where you want, with whoever you want. And then I think about location freedom. So let's talk about each one of these. Financial, right? When it comes to financial freedom, we are in an opportunity where you could start part-time. You don't need a lot of time. You don't need a lot of money. And you can build your way up, and sky's the limit. And you can put in as much work as you want. I've never been afraid of working hard. I just knew that I had to also work smart. And how would you feel if you never had to worry about money again? How would you feel if you never had to check your bank account because you had so much money that you could do whatever you wanted to do? You didn't even have to think about it, right? That's what I think financial freedom is. Not having to think, not having to worry about money. You know, they say that money, isn't everything. Well, guess what? It ranks right up there with oxygen. You need it to survive. You need it to have options, right? Life is very, very expensive. If you want to live in a nice house, drive a nice car, go on vacations, do things for your family, donate to charity, whatever you want to do, guess what it's going to take? It's going to take a lot of money, right? So that's what I love about this opportunity is there is unlimited income potential from a trading perspective, from an investing perspective, from the affiliate perspective. Sky's the limit, and you're able to, we all start with the same tools. We all start at the same spot. We all start zero, at the beginning with no experience, and we all have the same tools. So what's the difference? What's the X factor? The X factor is you. How much desire do you have? How much coachability do you have? How much work ethic do you have? Because literally, you are able to go out there and it just blows my mind that whatever you want to make, you can go out there and make. It's just how bad do you really want it? So financial freedom. I think, we'll move on. Let's talk about time freedom. For me, guys, I'm very, very time motivated more than anything else. I love the idea of 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. What does that look like? What that looks like is, for me personally, it doesn't make a difference if it's a Monday or a Tuesday or a Saturday or a Sunday or a Wednesday. Every single one of my days is the same. In fact, if you ask me what day it is, half the time I don't even know because for me, they're all the same. And I want everybody here to get to that point to where imagine, you are able to have 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. Imagine you are able to wake up when you're done sleeping. How about that? Imagine you're able to, like I said earlier, do what you want, when you want, where you want, with whoever that you want. That's the real, freedom right there. Who cares if you have all the money in the world if you don't have the time to do the things that you actually want to do? Let's talk about location freedom, being able to travel. Yeah, it is kind of crazy that I've been to over 30 different countries, but I still feel like I've only seen a fraction of the world. I think there's don't quote me on this, I might say something really stupid right now, so this could be wrong, but I think there's about 200 countries, something like that. And so, there's so much to see, there's so much to do. And when I talk to your average person, obviously I talk to people all the time being in this business, and most people never leave their city, let alone their state, let alone their country, right? And the more that you go out there and experience, it's going to broaden your perspective. Like when I, went to, different third world countries, it made me very, very developing countries. It made me very, very grateful for, where it is that we are, where it is that we live, right? When I went to Dubai and I went to the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world, that completely inspired me, right? All these different, I don't know about you guys, but at a certain point in time, I got sick and tired of watching other people scroll on social media And I got tired of me scrolling on social media, seeing other people, travel the world, live their goals, live their dreams. I said, hey, that's going to be me. And maybe you don't even want to travel that much, but at least you have the ability to. At least you don't have to, ask someone else if you can go somewhere. You know what I mean? And that is complete freedom for me, guys, is financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. And we are in an opportunity that gives you the ability to have those things. There's very, very few industries where your average person that doesn't have a lot of money, doesn't have a lot of time, is able to come in. And as long as you have a massive work ethic, you can go out there and hit whatever level that you want to hit. I'm going to add one more. I don't talk about this one enough. I don't really consider this to be a part of these three, but I'm going to add one more. I'm going to talk about mental freedom. To me, mental freedom is, excuse my language, but not giving a shit what other people think. I think that the number one thing that holds people back is they care way too much about what other people think, right? When you start in entrepreneurship, when you start trading, when you start investing, when you start growing this business, what happens? You might have, maybe you have other people in your family who are very successful, who are millionaires in your family, who are encouraging you to do entrepreneurship. Maybe that's you. But for 95% of us, all the people around us are saying, yo, are you crazy? Yo, that's not going to work. Yo, like, who do you think you are? That might work for other people, but why do you think that's going to work for you? And for me, mental freedom is having the understanding that, hey, God gave you a certain vision and it's your vision and that's why he gave it to you. And it doesn't matter if the people around you don't believe in it. And I understand if you have a close friend or if you have close family saying that it's not going to necessarily work, that could be very, very difficult. But for me, I'll just tell you guys this. I had to have a season of separation with certain people. I had to say, hey, I love you, family member. I love you, friend. But like, this is my goal. This is my vision. I'm not even asking you to do this with me, but if you can't be supportive, I'm going to have a little bit of separation. I'm not saying cut off all your friends or cut off all your family. Of course, I just dropped my pen. Hold up. I'm not saying cut everybody off. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is we all know the power of association is true. We all know that the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most, you're going to become. If you surround yourself with 5 people that are wealthy, guess what you're going to be? If you surround yourself with 5 people who are broke, guess what you're going to be? Because it's different conversations. It's different levels of thinking. It's different energy. Everything is energy, right? When you walk, the way that I know if I should spend more time with people is the way that they make me feel. I could just tell. If I have a conversation with someone and I'm feeling a lot lower energy and I'm feeling like a lot more negative and I'm feeling a lot more pessimistic, those are people that you should probably, cut a little bit of time out, right? When I go to these trade nights, when I go to these conventions, especially like the Toronto convention that we have happening, there is no better feeling that you're going to have than being in that mindset with other like-minded people who started off in a worse situation than you, that are at a, higher level than you, and just feeling inspired. Because most of us, I kind of live in my own bubble, in my own world, but before I was doing this full time, most of us, we surround ourselves all day, maybe at a job for, 8 to 10 hours a day with people that think very, very small. And that mindset is going to rub off on you, right? So you got to do what you got to do to, to just stop hanging out with the people that you shouldn't and start hanging out more with people that you should. We'll put it that way. We'll keep it super simple. All right. So I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna erase this. Take a screenshot if you need it. But I'm gonna delete this screen here. And when I say this opportunity allows us to have complete freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, when I think of this opportunity, when I think of Iconic and VIP, I think of the generational wealth triangle. If you're new here, there's 3 things that we do, right? There's trading, there's investing, and there is residual income. You can make a full-time income doing one of these things, but what happens when you do all three of these things together? People say, hey, do I have to focus on trading? Do I have to focus on investing? Do I have to focus on You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever that you want to do. But my mindset is, if I'm not where I want to be, why am I not doing everything that I possibly can to get there? That's just me. I don't know about you guys. But for me, it's like, if I want to do it or not want to do it is completely irrelevant. I have bills. I have a family. I got things that I need to do, right? It doesn't matter what I want to do. It's what I have to do, right? And so when it comes to trading, are you hopping on the live trading sessions every single day, right? Are you hopping on the get paid sessions in the morning or in the evening? As long as you're hopping on one live session a day, you're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to get amazing results. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of time. And we're going to take the profits that we're making trading short term, and then we're going to invest long term. It might be stocks, it might be crypto. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not a matter of if stocks are going to go up or if crypto is going to go up. Historically, they've always gone up. It's just a matter of time. I love trading because you can make money either direction and because it's a lot faster, but it is a little bit more difficult. Investing, you can be an idiot and buy some Bitcoin, buy some, decent stocks, and over the long term, make money, right? Obviously, this isn't any kind of financial advice, do your own research, but the stock market grows 8 to 10% every single year. Bitcoin is the best performing asset in the last decade. History, it might not necessarily, have you guys ever heard this? History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes, right? So, if it might not exactly be that, but the markets are going to go up, right? And then guess what? Wait, where are we at? Here we go. We take the results that we're getting from investing and we create residual income. Iconic gives us the ability to partner up with this company as an affiliate on a bigger level. And they have a very aggressive affiliate program where you can refer people and get paid. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys drop a 777 in the chat if you've gotten massive value in Iconic, and if you feel that there's other people out there that needs this information? Drop a 777 in the chat. There should be every single person dropping some sevens in the chat, unless you joined yesterday. If you joined yesterday, fine. But if not, we can all agree it's a rhetorical question. It's a dumb question. All of us have gotten massive value when it comes to the trading education, 7-figure mentorship every single day, the community, the chats, the calls, the events, the travel, saving a ton of money with that. We could talk about everything, but obviously if we've all gotten massive value, then we also know that there's other people out there that need this information as well. So with that being said, the very first level is $700 a month residually every single month. And then it goes $1,000 a month. So imagine you're making an extra $700 to $1,000 a month, and you're using that money to actually trade. And you're taking the profits that you're making from trading and you're investing more. And then you're sharing those results more and you're creating more residual income, right? And then there's a reason why we call it the generational wealth triangle, because when you're doing all three of these things together, this is the fastest way that I've seen to create that freedom in your life. So can you just focus on one? Absolutely. You could do whatever you want to do. No one here has a boss, right? But my thing is, if there's a faster way, why not do everything that you can to get to your destination, to get to where it is that you want to go? So if you don't really know what to do, maybe you don't have a game plan when it comes to trading, or maybe you're a little bit stuck on investing, or maybe you're like, hey, I really want to create a lot of residual income, make an extra couple hundred a month, an extra couple thousand a month, sky's the limit, and you're not really sure where to start, then just ask. That's what we're here for. The best part about this platform is having mentorship, having people that know the way, have gone the way, and are willing to show you the way. And all you have to do is just follow along. And they're going to show you how to get there in half the time. Why? Because they're going to tell you the mistakes that they made as well. So the two biggest misconceptions when it comes to the wealth triangle, guys, is quick and easy. People want to get rich quick. It took me 2 years to hit 6 figures. And when I say 2 years, I'm talking about like all in, every day, popping on every live session, going to every meeting, going to every convention, doing everything that I possibly could. Ask yourself, are you giving this 100%? If you're not giving 100%, well, then there you go, right? Quick and then easy. It's not easy, but it is simple. It's very, very simple to eat healthy and go to the gym an hour a day. And how often are you getting in great shape? 100% of the time. It's very, very simple for you to apply this information and get the same results as some of the leaders on this call. But you have to make a decision. You have to make a real decision at some point that I'm going to go all in. I'm not going to look left. I'm not going to look right. I'm going to just focus on this one thing. Too many people have so many things going on. And how can you be successful if you're trying to do a million things at once, right? People hear that your average millionaire has 7 sources of income. And that is true. But the thing is they don't talk about how they got to that 7 figures in the first place. There's a huge difference on getting to 7 and then you taking that and then diversifying. Most people, what they did to get to multiple 6 or 7 is they focused on one thing. So it's not quick, but guess what? Time's going to go by regardless. I can't believe I started my very first business when I was 19 and I'm 30. Do you know how fast time goes by? It goes by like that. It's going to go by regardless. You might as well put it into something that's going to create freedom for your life. And it's not easy, but either way, life is going to be hard. For me, it was going to be more hard to clock in and clock out for the rest of my life doing something that I didn't want to do than it was for me to make the sacrifices to trade and invest and build residual income to become financially independent. Either way, it's going to be hard. You have to choose your hard. So with that being said, last thing I'm going to say is this. We're going to close out by saying, we're going to talk about the law of sacrifice. The law of sacrifice clearly states that you have to give up in order to go up. You can't get to the next level by doing the same things that you're doing. Everybody here has distractions. Everybody here has things that's holding them back. Everybody here has bad habits. Everybody here has negative associations, surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Everybody here has things that they need to give up in order to get what you want. So let me ask you a question. You don't have to answer this question. This is more of a mental reflection. Maybe after this call, you could think about it. But what are you willing to give up to get to the next level? Honestly, because you can lie to the entire world, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't say, yeah, I really want to hit a full-time income, a 6-figure income, a 7-figure income online, but I'm not going to change. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing. What's the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting what? Expecting a different result. If you want things in your life to change, you have to change things in your life. Law of sacrifice. Are you willing to give up time? Are you willing to give up energy? Are you willing to give up money? Are you willing to figure out what you got to do to get to that Toronto event? Oh my gosh, I need to get a babysitter. I need to, do this, do that. We all got things that we have to give up to go to these things, right? So what are you willing to give up in order to go up? The last quote that I have that I really, really like that kind of goes with this theme here is, if you don't sacrifice for what you love, then what you love becomes the sacrifice. I remember one of my mentors said that a long time ago. He said, listen, if you don't sacrifice for what you love now, then what you love is going to become the sacrifice later. So think about it. Think about it tonight, not tomorrow, not the next day. Think about it tonight. Like, dude, what bullshit am I going to stop doing? Right? How much time am I going to stop wasting? Because I can guarantee one thing. If you just stopped doing the things that you knew you weren't supposed to be doing and started doing the things that you were supposed to be doing, then you'd be massively successful right now. That's just the truth. So every single day I ask myself, what are the things I need to stop doing and the things that I need to be doing? And if you just stopped doing the things that you weren't supposed to be doing and did the things that you were supposed to be doing, your income would double. And it wouldn't take that long. But with that being said, guys, that's going to wrap up the vision call for today. Yeah, guys, we have about 90 days. We have about 3 months until that Toronto event. I'm going to be there. Every one of the leaders are going to be here. All the top educators are going to be there. So do what you got to do to get there for sure. And we have an amazing lineup, an amazing schedule for the week. I know that we have Skylar's call tomorrow, the Get Paid session tomorrow. I'll be real. We do not have enough people on these Get Paid sessions, on these live sessions. I don't care about the number of people on the call. What I mean by that is just knowing by how many people we have in this community and the amount of people that are showing up. I'm like, dude, we should have double, we should have triple the amount on these live trading calls and on these trainings. So let's really make it an effort to promote these calls, to pack them out. And yeah, guys, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Y'all have an amazing Sunday night. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.